Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well today in this crazy situation we're in right now. My name is Marty Bostic. I'm a marketer, entrepreneur, and IT professional, and I got the pleasure of having Karl with me today in the broadcast. He's actually going to be talking about one of his ventures, which is the I Am Buyers Club membership. And before we get into that, I thought I'd give Karl just a minute to introduce himself and talk a little bit about what he does, and we'll get everything started.
Yeah, thank you, Marty. It's a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you for the invitation, and thank you for the opportunity to tell a little bit about my heart and brain and all body project, you can say. Just a couple of words about myself. Those who want to know more, they can go into, you will show the page, and there is also an About Me page where I have a video where I introduce myself a little bit more. You can say I'm retired actually from two professions. One as telecom, well, first as an officer in the Swedish Navy for 17 years. Been finalizing there as a commander on patrol ships, missile ships. And not very big, of course. Sweden is a small country. We have a small navy, but it was big at that time than it was now.
If you have missiles on the ship, it doesn't have to be big.
No, we have a lot of archipelago, and we had some special technique, but it was a fun time. I loved it. And after that, I went into telecommunication and was in the midst of the mobile revolution, you can say. So I participated in building up as a manager for first the NMT and then the GSM networks in southern Sweden. And then I moved abroad, build up networks in Latvia, in Baltic countries, and then in St. Petersburg in Russia. And then for some reason I got stuck in Russia and lived there for now for almost 20 years. Of course, traveling back and forth between Sweden and Russia, but and right now in Thailand, as I told you before, stuck because of Corona. But it's worse places to be in quarantine, I can tell you. Weather is nice. Everything mostly is closed. But anyhow, when I quit my telecom business, I started to help my wife in her beauty business. Set up some sites and started to promote with SEO and so on and so on. Started my own import and distribution company in Europe, where I import cosmetic actually from USA and distribute it to different distributors in the EU and to Russia, of course.
Okay.
So that's how I got into internet marketing, and then of course I was bit by the tool bug, the shiny object syndrome, which I'm sure that you know well about.
All too well, man. Yeah.
I saw your broadcast yesterday, so that's
yes.
I have an even more impressive list, I can tell you. So anyhow, in the back of my head, always been to just like you described it yesterday. It's been a wish to do something more than just to promote my own sites and our own business, and that is of course why I always bought reseller rights to as much as I could.
Yep.
There are a lot of white label rights, there are developer rights, and when there is a launch, they always have the final punch. It's the final, when they want to drag the final COPEX from your wallet, they always have some kind of upsell. And I went on that with thinking that someday I will do something, and this someday it actually became about 1 year ago when I opened the I Am Buyers Club. Where I collected. The problem was not really to collect things. The problem is to make it available for people. That's
which is tricky at times, depending on how they've set up the membership or the delivery of it.
It's really tricky, especially with a lot of the licenses which I have, which demands manual setup of accounts.
Right. Yeah. So the work is on you actually when anytime you need access to one of these, if you get 20 people wanting it, then you get to manually
Yes,
provision that.
yes, it's really most of it is very quick to set up, and it's really not a big problem. Of course, when I have some new members who maybe didn't read recommendation, really that not more than 10 maybe from beginning when I
You mean
come.
like me when I asked
This,
for like 20
no,
right out of the gate?
no. Well, anyhow, I don't remember actually if you were among them, but anyhow, I sort it out in batches because it's a little bit. It depends on the workload, but I think you can confirm that it's really not a big problem
No, you got a
get
support
right.
ticket system in the platform, and that works out well. And I believe it was yesterday or day before I asked for access to something that you'd added, and within a very reasonable amount of time, I had a response back on it. And I mean, you made it simple to do that, so you just get in there and open a support ticket for whatever you want access to, and go from there.
Yeah, I'm very glad that it works. I was a little bit worried for this in the beginning, but it's easy. I have a system, of course, and of course, in the plan is to have a virtual assistant later on when
Sure,
we have grown
sure.
to enough. That will be easier for me. It will
I
probably
would
be the
I
same
would
for
be
you.
totally lost without a support ticket system. For my product launches and hosting for other people, doing server hosting and things like that. You just, if you don't have something like that to help organize the chaos, it's crazy. But it's a way to connect with your customers too, and make sure
Yeah,
that you're
on
accessible in a way where you're not sitting there just emailing back and forth.
exactly. And on this login page for the support pages, support.iambiasclub.com, there is thousands, or maybe not thousands, but there are several ways to how to contact me. So nobody can say that it was
Oh yeah, you've
impossible to
been
reach me.
very accessible. I
Yeah,
can't complain a bit, man. Well,
that's that's
can you
good.
can you
So
tell us a little bit about what the membership is, what the
yeah, the
idea is, and then
membership.
we'll show the site here in a minute. Actually, I'll go ahead and do that now and just let you kind of talk through
Yeah,
it.
why not? Why not? That would be great.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my camera out. Let's see. I'm going to make this, as I figure out how to do all this. Hang on just a second.
Maybe you can put us in some corner somewhere.
How about that? Is that visible? Is
Yeah,
that doable?
yeah, that's fine for me. I
Okay.
see. So what we can say is, of course, that this is not a. I'm not very good at sales pitches, to be honest. I don't like hype, and that's what I'm writing here. Also, this is not an ordinary membership. It's not an ordinary sales page either. It's exactly what it says. It's an invitation,
Right.
and it's an invitation to participate in my collection of tools. And the target group is, of course, people who like to buy and try different kind of internet tools,
Yeah, and you've got
internet
a
marketing
wide
tools.
variety of them in here too. Definitely.
Well, there's something for everyone and something for everything. Whatever you want to do online, I think I have some tools that will help you to do it. It's so nobody can. What I'm saying also in the ingress here is that I can't promise that anyone will make any money with the club
Absolutely.
participate. But what I can promise definitely, and I think you can refer to that, is that you will definitely save money participating.
Oh yeah, you
Because
saved me thousands, man. I mean, in some of these things I'd already invested in, and once I became aware of your membership, I mean, it makes perfect sense. It's something I've actually visualized doing over time, because I like you. When I go buy these tools, I typically buy the maximum or the white label or unrestricted license where it's available, because I don't want to be confined by that. And I may choose to use that for a business customer, or may choose to use it for myself, or provision access for someone that I work with. And this has worked out perfectly, and you actually spell that out very well inside of each of these offers, where I'm going to zoom in on this if I can here. Hang on a second. We get close enough to one of these offers. There we go. So you're very specific about what type of license it is, what products have been purchased. I mean, you've done a great job of laying that out. That's actually helped me make a decision when I choose what I ask for access to. But literally, folks, it's like having it's like going to the grocery store for marketing tools. I mean, you choose which aisle you want to go down, and you just start picking the ones that you need access to. And I mean, like this one right here is a WordPress install under the developer's license. Well, you having the developer's license, you can do the installation. I can't do it, but that works out perfect. All I do is give you that access to that particular site, and you take care of it, and that's ideal. But like right here, I mean, you've got a massive set over here. You bought all the OTOs, and you get an account provision under the white label license. So it varies, of course, with what you got listed, but it is really top-notch stuff. So I can't say enough about it, because I use the tools that I get access to. I use them daily. So I've got zero complaints.
That sounds good. And you also gave a very good testimonial, which all visitors can read. So, well, you say it very well, Marty. You are a better salesperson than me. As I said, I've been in marketing. I maybe not really been in sales, but
Well, I'm not a sales guy, but I just tell you what I see, and I call it like I see it.
No, exactly, and I think that is the best, and that's why I don't want to give any false hopes that I will solve all problems for everyone who joined the club, because that
Right.
is not really the purpose. I can give advice, I can give tips of, okay, maybe you can use this for what you want to do, or you can use that, but it's not that I will solve somebody's business problem,
Right.
because if you don't already have a market, if you don't know where this market are hanging out, that is something that you have to start with before even you start to look at tools. So you have to have your product, you have to have your market, your people who want to buy your product, and you have to find them online, and then the tools can be helpful. There are some tools, of course, here that are very helpful to find people. We have a lot of for local business, for example, which can be very useful. We also have what I should say. Well, there are so many content.
I mean, it will take forever to go through the list of all these tools. And
what is interesting is also that there are some, of course, maybe somebody mix up this with some kind of PLR site or something.
sure.
It is not, but I can say from second month, I'm not sure how often you are there, but we are offering from second month access to one of the oldest and I would say most comprehensive PLR sites.
Oh yeah, it's a massive library.
Yeah, so I mean, if somebody wants PLR, if I could list the PLR and add it to the numbers of assets, we would blow up this page. I'm not
you've
doing
actually
that.
got a product dyno membership area back behind here too, where you've got you got access to all the PLR and the training and the other stuff that you got out there, and that's really helpful. Could you talk just a minute about what the dates mean, so people understand when they're looking at these, where it talks about a future date when it's available?
Yeah, that is under the coming soon title, just so members, well, anyone actually knows that some of these products, like for example VidTune that were launched a couple of days ago, if they have reseller licenses or white label licenses, they often delay the access to those licenses because they don't want to interfere with their launch. So
Right.
normally it's delayed until after launch period. But then there are some, for example, I see that, have a look at Swipe You there, for example. That was promised to be available from the 21st of April. I've been nagging them now for 3 days. and they can't come up with a date.
Oh no.
When it will be ready. That's why I wrote 20 question mark April.
Yep.
Uh,
No, that's
so
very
so
helpful. I try and pay attention to that. Every once in a while I'll end up requesting something, but realizing it's a future date. But I mean, that's helpful that you got it in the coming soon section there.
because a lot of people wants to know, should I buy it themselves or will they have it in the club?
Right.
That's the purpose. And I also announced this in the Facebook group. We have a private Facebook group which you know about, and
Yes, that's very helpful.
it's our main channel for communication. Yeah.
Yep.
I can
Yeah,
say
it's
what we have in what we have more and what we have in pipeline actually is a new hosting service. So from the second month you can request a fully set up site for whatever niche you want in principle, and you will get the hosting included for as long as you are a member. And we have a new hosting reseller set up actually,
oh wow.
which
Okay.
seems extremely promising. I don't think you have tried it yet, but I will let you try it, and
That'd be
it's
great.
really fast. Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
And
So I actually manage probably, let's see, 8 or 10 or yeah, 8 or 10 dedicated physical servers of hosting for other customers. So I know all too well what the hosting business is like. I don't really do lesser packages because it's a specific need for those folks. But there's a lot that goes into managing hosting and offering.
it is, but I found a very good setup which is actually made for resellers on a very good
Oh, perfect.
network. So that's I have a big. I'm moving out from my private servers. I'm moving out from my shared servers and moving everything into that, and it has
Is that this
a
one right here?
very yeah. Well, I didn't update it with details yet because.
Okay. Okay.
But in principle, yes, it's even better
Yeah,
than
that's
what you
perfect.
described that because
Yeah,
everything is
that's
unlimited.
yeah. I'm
So
definitely game for trying that out. I'm always looking for different hosting options and ones that are especially streamlined. So
yeah, we have some let's say cheaper variants like 10x hostings and so on, which
right.
haven't got the very best of references, but still they're there, and some people use them, and I must say they work. But it can't be compared with a new one.
Yeah, man, the list goes on here with all the stuff you got in here. It's
It's
pretty amazing.
I can say 99% is still operating. Sometimes somebody asks for something, and I notice that it has gone out. It's somebody stops supporting them. The creator stops supporting it, and in
Right.
that case,
Right.
I
And that
take them
happens.
out.
I mean, that just goes with the change in environment for the marketing world. I mean, you'll have some product creators that stand by and support their tools for as long as they live, and then you've got others that they'll put one out there and they'll churn and burn through it and they disappear, and they don't support it. And that's definitely something I try and do is even if it's something I made years ago, I'll do it through a support ticket system, but I'll stand by whatever I've created. If it doesn't work anymore, I might offer somebody a replacement of something else, or something to keep them as a customer, because that's important to me, not the sale. Because long term, I mean, those people help you with references and do affiliate promotion and other stuff. But most of these that I've seen back here and that I've worked with, for the most part, the product authors stand behind what they do with the products. And
Yeah, well, you learn to know the creators
oh
quite
yeah,
fast.
yeah,
That's for sure.
definitely.
I can make a whitelist. I can make a blacklist.
Oh yeah,
I have some creators which I never would try their products again. They have cheated me on thousands of dollars, and of
that's
course,
unfortunate.
fool me
Yeah,
once,
there's
as I
how
said,
much I've
fool me
lost other
twice. Yeah.
readers from that. It's just really unfortunate, but it happens. It does.
Let us
So let's talk
also
about Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Martin, can we mention also this, because some people who are new on the page might wonder, what is this 1130 in the red triangle?
That's what I was about to ask you. Could you talk through the membership option here?
So that is a light version of membership, which is $1130 per month, 11:30, and and that is some limited assets which are very quick to set up, and there's also limitation in how much you can request. So you can request only one product every month. But what I should say is also that you have the access to the graphic vault and to the, like you said, product dino, the newsletter, checklist, and training courses. Yeah. So
that's great
the value of this 1130 is of course much more than you pay for. And that is something.
You'll spend this on a front end product anyway. I mean, for people that are buying a single, they might buy more than a product a month. You would spend this anyway on the front end product. So why not invest in getting access to it each month, and you just keep adding to your library?
Yeah, and there's also often question: what happens if I want to leave the club? And that can be worth to mention. What I have said, actually, nobody really left like that
right
until now. So what I've said is that if you have been a member for 1 year and you want to leave, you will get one product for, they are actually in the FAQ further below on the page. You will get one. What will happen if I cancel membership? So if you've been a member for a year and you downgrade to, no, actually you don't have to be for a year even. If you downgrade to 1130 membership from full membership, you will keep one product for every month that you have been a full member.
Man, that's huge.
And pay only a maintenance fee for and then of course have all the what is included in the 1130 membership on top of that.
And that's a great offering, because I run membership sites as well, and life events happen, situations occur where it may not be feasible for somebody to keep paying every month, or they may have something that goes on, and if they've been vested in it for some time and then something came up, that's actually really, that's amazing, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I'm more generous than that right now. I had a couple of members who came into financial problems because of this situation, and I have paused 2 members up to 3 months each. So it's very. I work with Thrivecart as a shopping cart, and it's very flexible because
I use it. It's got a whole lot of flexibility in it.
You can pause membership for as long as you want without any problems, and that's very useful.
For 2 members over the last couple of weeks. Same type of thing. Everybody's having to evaluate their financial situation right now if they're close to the mark there, and sure, I mean, I don't want to see them disappear, so I'll pause their membership for them, or see if there's something I can do. And at times you see people that just cancel outright and you can't reach them, or maybe they're just upset for whatever the case may be. But I mean, that goes with it. But I think this is a really great offering that you got there. And
well, it's growing also. It's growing, and of course, in the end of the day, how fast it will grow, how many products that can be added every month, every week, it depends on how many members we have. Because right now, of course, I'm far from breaking even on my investment into this. I'm far from breaking even on the cash flow even, which with the present situation in my other business, I have to break even here soon. So that's why I welcome all new members. You are very, very welcome to help us grow and stay in the game.
For the way you have it priced, it's a no-brainer for me to do that. And I actually I've got a couple other people that I'm about to bring on board that, you know, they've seen me showing them access to some things and newer tools, or want to know where they get those from. And you know, once I show them the membership, that it's easy to make that decision. So especially the founder membership or the founding membership, that one.
Yeah, and especially the yearly. Let's talk a little bit about the yearly,
Okay.
just a couple of words, because there are some very exclusive assets in the club. For example, the cold reach up towards the top, and also Bistro, where I have a limited amount of accounts, and where I have to pay a quite big yearly fee for that. That's why I introduced not long ago some of those assets being available only for yearly paying members, because they should have something
Still with me?
I should think that safeguard me for yeah. If you scroll down to a little bit further down, I think we will become a little bit messed up. I'm using Thrive Teams. So when you change the size of the screen, it becomes a little bit messed up. Yeah.
I'll back off of that just a little bit.
Normally it should be four columns. Yeah. So there you have it, the cold reach and the Bistro. And you see the green triangle with.
Yes, I
there
do.
are a few of those, few assets that are marked like that, and they are like cold reach, for example. It's a tremendous tool to find business, and it has by itself a yearly fee of 297. So even if you go into, you almost paid your full yearly membership in Iron Buyers Club just by getting this single asset. So
that's awesome.
That is, yeah. So I just want to point out that by all means, if you have the possibility, when you join the yearly, the club will not disappear. It's my shall I call it combined life insurance and pension fund. So it will definitely continue to grow and grow and grow. And if you get in on the yearly fee right now, this will be the cheapest you ever will get into the club. Because as soon as we fill up the 50 seats, and there are not many left actually.
Yeah, I may actually do that. I mean, I think I've been paying for, oh gosh, what, 8 or 9 months now, or somewhere close to it. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I plan on sticking around. It'd be a better investment for me to go ahead and pay for the year.
Absolutely. Let's work out a deal about that, Martin, after this. And
see, guys, he's always working out a deal. He's always thinking ahead on this thing.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, this is fun for me. It should be fun for everyone to participate.
Yeah, if you're in this space where you use tools every day, and I'm going to say this without, you know, it's going to offend people most of the time, but that's all right. But a fool, a fool with a tool is still a fool. So what's meant by that is you go off and you buy tools, but you never use them. And in a broadcast I did yesterday talking about that, you know, I find people that they may not realize that they've actually invested in tools that can lay a foundation for them already, and they've already spent money on them. They just don't use them wisely. I think they're caught up in the glamour of the tool and the sales page. You know, a lot of these guys, they go off and they outsource sales copy that can talk you into eating a rock and enjoy it. They really can. They can get somebody that really knows how to write sales copy and it looks pretty, but at the end of the day, the tool might just suck. But in this particular case, I mean, there's a lot of premium tools here that you just have to use them to your advantage to make them work for you. but they're not just going to generate money on their own. I mean, you have to use it.
Of course not. And the other thing is that it's like this: if you are a tool junkie, which we all are a little bit,
Yep.
you say fool with a tool. So I mean, it's with I love photography. I used to buy the latest of all cameras, all everything, and thinking that would make me a better photographer. Of course, it doesn't. It's other things that comes into this. Nowadays, I only use my mobile phone to take pictures with.
Amazing,
but it's
the
the
quality
same.
on the mobile phone.
Yeah, of course. And it's the same with online marketing tools. It's if you don't have the fundamentals,
Right.
it doesn't matter which tool you have, because
That's right.
you will not
That's
succeed in any case. But on the other hand, with a club like Iron Buyers Club, you can try out until you find something that you like.
Yeah, that's been
And
great.
that will help. That will help you.
Purchasing, and I was like, you know what? Let me go look at it.
And if you find something, you use it well. We will always set you up, and you see that I don't need anything more. I'm all set up. We will set you up with a one-time fee, which will never ever be more than what you should pay if you go out on the
Wow, that's
to
great.
So that's a promise which I don't write about. But if somebody found out that I'm good, I found what I wanted, fine. We will help you to get the best from that, and don't have to pay anything more. So it's flexibility is tremendous.
Well, I mean, they're assets that you can leverage. You know, once you buy those rights, and if you're like me, I mean, the return on investment on the tools is, if I see something that's coming out, and I've been at this for so long, I can kind of look ahead and think about, yeah, I would use that in 6 months with a project I've got coming up, or I know that I've got a plan for, let's say it's a page builder tool of some sort. I know that in the near future, I'm going to be building something, or I could see myself building something with it. I'll go ahead and invest in it. It's like a bag of hammers. You know, you just go find the ones that you want, you put them in there, and you know you're going to use them. I've got several that I will probably never use, that it was a good idea at the time when I got them, but you know, it just never came to fruition. But that's part of investing in these. And sure, most of the front end products are dirt cheap for most of these launches, but the devil's in the details in these things, where they have all the stuff at the higher levels, where you can't really do all those things with some of these until you buy all those.
Exactly, and well, I should also say there are some tools which are not even on the front page here, which I normally tell people about. No, I can't say it's secret, but it's, for example, Convertry. You know the Convertry page builder. I think you use it yourself.
I do. Yeah, I'm actually an agency holder for it. So it.
Yeah, we don't have the agency, because I looked at the agency, and the agency is really not that good as the commercial, where we have 50 sub accounts, unlimited usage, and it's just jump in. It's like a team account. So of course, when you jump in there, it's for you to try it out and see if you like it. And there are some other.
I'll actually switch my membership over to a monthly pro membership with them, because I actually
that's what
it from going that route, and I decided to forfeit the agency license and basically convert it in. I can still add some sub accounts to it and stuff that they grandfathered in.
That's what we have in the club, so it's very good. You can use that too, because and to be honest, what you get there as a sub account holder even is better than you get in the agency.
Sure,
because
sure. You get
for example,
all the themes and stuff too. You know, all the additional the pro themes or templates that come with it.
Yeah, and the import of any HTML site, that's really useful. So I just want to say that also, it's I don't talk about that much openly, but for founding members, that's an option. And Martin, maybe mention something about the affiliate program. You are one of the top affiliates here. Can you say how that works and how you feel about it?
So using ThriveCart as your shopping cart there, the affiliate platform on the back end is really robust. It works really well. And what I think is going to really take off here, and I've not done a lot of promotion with it actually, but what I plan on doing is making this kind of an invitation affiliate type offering on the back end of my membership that I sell every month, putting it in front of people, promoting it, telling them about it, because I don't want it to just be for somebody that's going to come in and pay for a month and disappear. I want it to be for other marketers that are going to use the tools. And you do pay a nice affiliate commission out, a recurring. So I mean, it's a residual income stream as long as they're paying for the
25%, and means that if you recruit 4 new members, you are home free with your own.
Right. Yeah. I mean, basically, I think mine's paid for every month. So I mean,
yours, yes,
it's a note. It's an easy decision, but it's you know, I'm not sure about what your numbers look like on the back end, but I imagine the retention rate's pretty good on your membership base, because if you keep adding value, keep adding content and tools, I'm going to keep paying for it. I don't plan on going away. So, I mean, I would be buying these tools anyway and spending way more doing it individually than the route that you're taking.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose with the club. And what we should say, that the plan is that only founding members will have the right to be affiliates. So that's why hurry up and take this, because I to be honest, I don't want this to be everything that anyone should come in and use it only to be an affiliate.
Right.
Those who should be affiliate, they should have a commitment themselves in the club.
That's right. And my perspective on that, you know, I mean, you've seen my product reviews and stuff. I don't review products that I don't try and use and believe in. I've been burned on a couple, but I try and do my homework up front. But with this membership, I mean, the reason I wanted to do this video today is I use this pretty much daily. I use the tools in there daily, and the people that I have referred, for the most part, most of them have stuck with it, and they're still paying, I believe. And you know, they use the tools as well, and trying to show the value in it and help people understand it. If you're out buying tools and you're using those tools, it's a great investment for you. If you're out buying tools because it's the shiny lure in the water that you're going to bite at, don't do it. It's not a good investment for you.
Well, it's still a good club for that, because you can stop to buy them with your own money. Just pay a fixed month here. Sometimes I call this club a rehab for tool junkies.
but it really is. It's like, slow down with spending the money. Put it in a different way.
Yes, because all this buying new things is also maybe not so much that you plan to use them, just that it's something good to have sometime. And okay, pay fixed amount every month and you have it in the club. You don't have to throw out 3, 4, 10 times as much money by buying them yourself. So it's not a rehab, but it's more like a, what should I call myself, a pusher. Pusher. Yeah.
Well, anyhow, I'll list the affiliate link. It's not in there yet while we're talking here, but after the broadcast, you know, this video, I'll end up putting it on YouTube and other platforms and other Facebook locations as well. But I'll end up putting a link and more details in it around that, so people can join under my affiliate link, my shameless plug, because yes, I'm going to make money on it, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah, and there are only 10 seats left to the 50.
Oh, really?
Founding members. So there is a sort of
on that one. So I guess
there is a sort of urgency banner. Yeah.
I don't think we talked about the monthly founders membership. We just talked about the annual one. So give me just a minute. Let's cover that real quick. Let me figure out what I'm doing here. Okay. So the other option here is to pay by the month, right? So the founding membership, those spots that you were just talking about, you could pay annually and have a huge savings and get some additional value to the annual membership. But then the $37 a month membership, which is what I'm paying for right now, could you talk about it real quickly on how it differs from the $11.30 membership?
Well, it differs several things. First of all assets which are listed on the page are included, except for the yearly members and a few high ticket items are included in the 37 months. Sometimes come to the question, do I have, as a $37 per month member, do I have access to also the 1130? Of course, yes, you have everything. So that
called out.
yes, but what?
Yeah, so like 1130 up here in the little peel corner, and then of course you get access to all that, and then anything that shows up that's where is it? You come up toward the top.
They are quite towards the top, yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yep, you got ones that are listed as so I guess the ones without the tabs are the ones for the founding members, correct?
Yeah, the one. Well, they are for the full paying members. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And inclusive the 1130. So
And then you got
you have
part that are just for yearly. I understand that. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Excellent.
So and after we filled up the founding members, the second month, the first month will still be 37 as a trial month, but the second month will increase first to 47, and when we reach 100, I plan to raise it up to maybe 57, 67. So
absolutely,
yeah, because it's of course exactly, it's worth much more than this 37. It's my wife used to just told me it's a hobby. $37, it's a hobby.
Yeah, that's how you look at it. Well, I mean, what I charge people per month for training and access to other stuff that I do that I'm ramping up right now. I'm about to raise the price on it too, because it's, I've basically just been giving it away as a perk, but it's turned into something that it's a small membership's actually turned into a nice residual income stream over time when there's enough people in there. And
you have some really good training.
100 people right now, so I'm almost there with that mark. So I'm, they'll stay grandfathered in, but you got to look at adjusting your prices to what you're offering. And
you have some really good training, Marty. So this I think I'm a member of something myself about your video training.
Yeah, my Marketing with Marty membership each month, and it's basically access to all my products, all my training, in past, current, and future. But I'm actually going to be shifting away from the product creation space in the marketplace and focus more on creating products, bringing them to market quicker, and training quicker, bringing it into that membership where the value of what you're paying for in that membership is, I can get that to market to you a whole lot quicker if I'm testing out a new strategy or approach, instead of waiting and building a pile of sales pages and going through all that stuff and recruiting affiliates. I could have created 3 or 4 different products by then. So it doesn't make good sense with the way things change and the trends change right now to focus on the product launch space as much. So
yeah, and of course you can build a tribe in different ways, but I think membership with a good recurring and renewal of your offer, it's the best way to build a tribe of like-minded people, because that's what we're all about here. I mean,
back to your offering here, that's one of the things I wanted to convey there, because that'll give me a place to actually do the selling for you and show the value in it, because if you buy these tools, it's self-explanatory. I think a lot of it is people don't know that you have this out there. So your exposure of it, they don't really know it's sitting there waiting for them. But the people that I've shown it to, they're like, oh my God, this is an easy decision.
Yeah, well, I'm not really keeping it a secret, but I want the right people to join, not anybody who think that. So we're like-minded. I mean, that's why I very much appreciate your mentorship here and support, because you know what you talk about, and you don't jump on. Well, you do actually. You jump on a lot, but you should you should do that, and you can do it inside the club. That's my main message. So
I should follow my own advice sometimes on that, but I have so many different thoughts and things that I'm working on. Sometimes I can train on one like I need to, but I'm always thinking in different directions on stuff. And I use mind maps extensively in what I do, because if I get something stuck in my head, I'll go build a little parking lot idea for it over there that I could come back to so I don't forget it. But a lot of these tools have a purpose in that. A lot of these have collections of them there. So it's there. It's all for a reason. Probably 80% of the time.
Mind mapping is good. There are some people who became millionaires on that. Jason Flanagan, for example.
I was actually a student of Tony Buzan when he first started doing mind mapping. I did a week-long class with him. Did it all with colored pencils and paper, and there wasn't software at the time to do mind mapping, so people would look at me crazy in the corporate world because they're all there with their little notepads, and I come in with my colored pencils and stuff, and I'm over here drawing mind maps on paper.
Yeah, they filled 10 pages and you filled 1. So
why are you drawing pictures in a meeting over here? You're not paying attention.
Yeah,
oh, look.
Yeah.
So
no, I also like it. It's good. Right,
well,
Marty. Yeah,
I really appreciate you today helping me talk about your platform, because I think it needs exposure, it needs recognition way more than what it gets right now. And again, that quality member, not just anybody. You want the right people in here, and I want to make sure I help drive that as well.
Yeah, I'm sure you will, because I know that people who follow you and your tribe, they are the right kind of people. And we are in some groups together, and you have brought in other people there also. And it's the right mindset, it's the right kind of people. There are actually some who you brought in who never asked for a product, but they're still paying every month. I love this kind of people. No, I don't, to be honest.
They know when they get ready to use one of those tools, they'll go out.
Yeah, but to be honest,
they're thinking ahead.
Yeah, but I want, if you pay for this, you should also come in and request products. That's what I'm saying too. Yeah.
Yep, definitely. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time today, man. I appreciate it. And just so you know, folks, he's on the way other side of the pond of me. You're what, about an 8-hour differential for me, or almost actually longer
12,
than that.
12. It's exactly 12 hours different.
Yeah, it's 5:50 a.m. here. I'm an early bird. And
then 5:50 afternoon.
Yeah, and you're in Thailand.
Yeah. Stuck in Bangkok. Yeah.
Yeah. So but it's great that we can connect like this and have the technology to be able to do this wherever we're at. We just got to get our hemispheres aligned where we're both awake. So
yeah, and then no virus attacking the line.
Yeah, stuff. I'm ready to get back to some kind of normalcy. I'm sure you're ready to get out of a.
It will never be normalcy after this. Never.
Yeah,
not what we.
But it just
it will be a new normal. Yeah, that's for true.
Well, guys, take care. Karl, any last words? Anything you want to say? Again, I'm going to put the affiliate link of mine in here when the video's done. I'll put it out there, and I'll be glad to answer any questions. And actually, Karl, I'll let you know when this is all done. You could jump in and comment if you see something in a post on the video here if you want to, and we can talk about it.
Absolutely. And when they get your affiliate link, they will also see our support portal, and there are always all kind of ways to contact me. So don't hesitate. I'm open for all kind of questions.
Outstanding. So, that is perfect. Well, thank you very much, and we'll definitely be in touch more and communicate more. And I think this is the first time we've ever been on camera together. We have,
Yes, probably it is. I mean, I've been following your training, so you are a very known face to me. That's for sure. But I'm a little bit.
For radio.
We can work on that, Marty. We can work on that. That's my second profession.
You know what? This is about as good as you're going to get. I invested in enough studio lighting in my office and acoustic panels and everything else to help with this process. But that was a journey as well. By the way, that was I could do an entire series on what all it took to get that right. So it's
yeah, but the quality is good, and I like your when you have your presentations, when you probably work with a green screen and put yourself in the corner like
actually, I just use a piece of
avatar.
that using the little XSplit software. It takes the background out, and I didn't have to worry with a green screen. So
Okay, that's good.
Works out great.
I have to get that tip from you after.
Yep, you bet. All right.
Yep.
Well, we'll go
Okay.
ahead and wrap it up. And you guys be looking for the link in the description, whether you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, wherever the case may be. There'll be a link in the description for wherever it's located in there, and you guys can find it. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you don't mind, just click the little bell there so you get notified when I do a new broadcast. And if you're on Facebook, just be sure to follow me and follow Karl as well, man. Just if you want to take this journey with us with what we're doing with the tools here, definitely follow and keep up with it, because the Facebook group, you're starting to get a good bit of engagement there and some interaction there. You're posting in there, and I actually want to see that pick up as well. And I'm gonna try and help out doing what I can there. So you guys take care. I hope you have a fantastic day, and everybody stay safe, and hopefully we'll be back to some kind of new normal soon. So Karl,
Absolutely.
thank you very much.
Thank you, Marty. Take care.
Yep. And thank you for your service, by the way.
And thank you for yours.
Yep. Have a great